There we go.
Perfect. Thank you. So when you do come into the agent action and create the agent action, you would need to provide an instruction. This could be very simple, does not need to be complex. You would then have to configure the input and the output variables. So this field would then, it would have the intake information for the campaign name. You want to make sure that the require for input is checked. Then the output would be the ID of the campaign record that was created. We want to show that output in the conversation. We want to show it as text. We don't need to select an option, we just issue in this conversation and we hit save. So what happens here with this agent action is every time the flow is queried and a campaign record is created, the agent would then provide the campaign record that it created as an ID in the output in the agent conversation box. So then when we go back to Agent Builder, we would then click on New, add the action, find it. Well, we've added the create campaign already, so that won't show up, but we can add any of the created actions by selecting the action and clicking finish. This would then add the agent action to the topic. I'm gonna remove this for now. And once we've added the action to the topic, we then go to topic configurations, go to the instruction that queries the action, and then we call out the action name. So this would let the agent know that it needs to use the specific action in order to perform its responsibility, which is creating the campaign. Next steps moving forward would be creating the action that allows it to pick up and create the campaign record itself and add the, not campaign record, but add the people to the campaign record or as campaign members. So to do that, there's two steps. First, I want to create a prompt template for all of the information about the campaign, add in all of the accounts that it thinks are relevant to that prompt template output, and then use that prompt template output to then create campaign member records. I have not gotten to that yet, but to do that, you would go into the Agentforce. So you would go into setup and you would go to prompt builder. And here in prompt builder, you would select a new prompt template type. You want to make sure you're selecting a flex prompt template because that's what allows you to query this prompt template within Agent Builder. If you use a field summary prompt template, for instance, that won't, or field generation prompt template, that won't, you won't be able to query that via Agentforce. That would be a different functionality of Salesforce. So when you select flex prompt template, you want to provide a prompt template name, provide a description, and then define your data sources. So this is where we need to define how it is that we're moving ahead with creating this specific campaign record. We could either have it initiate from an account where it would query the account and then it would figure out whether the account is interested in this campaign and then put them into the campaign record. It could launch directly from the campaign record. So that way, when you're on the campaign record that you've created, you could then say find all the relevant accounts and then input them. You could also have it launch directly from free text where you provided all the information and then it would output a prompt template text. So that would be the next step, is setting this up. So to do that, that is what I am currently setting up as the campaign details prompt. So when you select those options and you click create, it will take you into the prompt builder page. So this is where you would determine your inputs. You would determine the model that you're selecting. So this is where you would choose whether or not you want to use OpenAI, whether you want to use Cloud, whether you want to use any of the other LLMs that Salesforce has partnered with, or you could bring in your own BYO LLM at this step right here by selecting custom models. You would also be able to select your output languages, and you would be able to select your temperature and other settings, AI settings here.